fed the fish. Here, look at them down there. Yeah. They're swimming around, picking up all the pieces. Mr. and Mrs. Fish are. Anyway, oh dear, what a day yesterday, hey? Heavy cloud, wind, rain. We had the fire going again. Looks like it's going to be fining up, so we'll be able to get in and get the lawn done. There's the choppy dogs sitting over there, charging up his solar batteries, aren't you, choppies? Hey? But that's our day. Now I just wanted to do some, because a lot of people are confused right now about the program and what it can and what it can't do. Okay? I know, choppies. I don't know if you can hear me down there talking, but anyway. Alright, if you've got a PIP 4048, alright, also known as an Expert, an IPS 4000, that's the name Giant Power gave them, okay, then you're good, because the program right now is only programmed for 48 volt systems, okay? Now, for all the Victron people out there that have sent me messages, you know, yeah, I have got the Victron charge controller in it, that's in the cupboard there, that's in the program. I've got the BMV 700 series, that's the 700 and the 702 in the program. I have asked Victron if they can, if their local bloke can lend me some of their gear so we can program it into the program for you. I have yet heard back from them about that. Okay. I am getting, well, I'm hoping to get some gear, a whole heap of 24 and 12 volt gear from MPP Solar Incorporated. A lot of you have already got their gear, and you all know Peggy, she's a nice person. Okay, over to add the 24 and 12 volt gear in. I've also asked for the American inverters to be lent to me so we can program them in. Basically, you know, I mean, the Victron charge controller is very good, okay, the one I've got in the cupboard, but with all the bits and pieces, it's $13 to $1,500 charge controller, and I cannot afford to go out and buy all that stuff just to add to the program. Okay, so if you're in WA and you've got one of their inverters and you want it added into the program, then send me a PM and we'll see what we can do. Otherwise, you know, I've got to rely on the manufacturers or the importers, the state managers or the Australian managers to try and find me gear that they can send me and I can send back, you know, but we've got to put it on the wall and test it. I'll be buying a small 24 volt battery bank to test the lower volt stuff on. We'll put some solar panels on the roof to test them on. It is going to happen, it's just going to take time. So, you know, I mean, the program's taken 18 months to get where it is now. And it's almost ready to be released. We're waiting for one more person, Matt, who is an electrician up on the mines, to get to his off-grid place, get a system installed so we can truly test the remote monitoring, so we can be up in the Kimberleys and test it all out, you know, and once that's done and he's happy, then it'll be released. Alright, we'll go in and have a look at the program and I'll show you a more in-depth look, not just a quick look like I've done the last two videos. Alright, it will work on the 3 kilowatt hybrid, the high volt one, and it will work on this low volt. Okay, why is it called low volt? Because the solar input is only 150 volts max, or 145 volts max. Okay, whereas the high volt stuff's 500 volts max. Okay, so it will work on, we've tested it on the high volt 3 kilowatt Infini, and we've tested it on the low volt 5 kilowatt Infini hybrid. Okay. Now, another thing, as well as an inverter, because if you've got one of these MPP solar ink inverters or Voltronics or from the giant power ones, you will know they are absolutely hopeless at knowing what the battery's doing, the state of charge of the battery. And that's mainly because, well, the program in them isn't very good. They're a bang for buck unit. They work great. They do not have an external shunt. The charge controllers in them are brilliant. We've got systems out there that have just got these units and nothing else, and they're charging the batteries and they're doing everything great. Okay, and you can go back through my videos. We've got, I think I've got videos of 2 or 3 systems, and I would really love to get up Geraldton Way, because there's another 3 systems up there I'd like to get videos on. And they're just standalone with giant power. They don't have any other charge controllers or anything. But what I do recommend, and what we have in the program, is the Victron BMV702 as your state of charge, to give you your state of charge. That's an external shunt and a little gauge. I prefer the Midnight Classic, but that might be a bit too rich for some of yous. I mean, some of yous are already complaining about the cost of the program, and you don't even know how much it costs yet. So, yeah. But the Midnight Classic 150 with the Whiz Bang Junior, I have found to be, when you set it up, to be absolutely beautiful. Okay, now I have taken the time to set this up right. It gives me the correct battery volts, and indeed all the information, no, well, not all the information, the battery volts and the state of charge all come off the Whiz Bang Junior. Now this one's got a little bit of communication problems right now, and it loses its communication every now and then. Okay, and I had a quick talk to Bob about that. I've already ordered another one, but Bob said, oh, that's just a little comms board, we'll just send you a new one and whack it in, Chris. So that's great, you know, because these are absolutely brilliant charge controller in what they will do. There are other good brands out there, but they won't even come close to what the Midnight will do insofar as giving you the correct state of charge of your batteries and all that. You know, you've still got to buy add-on gear with those, and some of them can't do it at all, and some of them just will not communicate with a computer. You have to go and buy thousands of dollars worth of gear, because this will talk to this bit and that'll talk to that bit, and whereas we're trying to cut all those bits out, just putting a computer there that everything just plugs in to the computer, USB, wherever, and runs everything. Okay, here we are inside. Now, on the first page you've got what we call Dave's view, because Dave gave us the idea for this first page, so he gets his name stuck to it. Alright, and this just gives you an overall look. Now we've moved the weather from there because it was a little bit cramped, and we've put a whole new weather tab in with a lot more information. Okay, and I've showed you in the last video how to set that up. Now, this is a paid for subscription that will be included in the cost of the program, and of course it's the online view, or the live view, which is that there. And to get to that, you just go to my page, click on the link, and it opens that page. You know, I mean, we got to pay for the server and everything for that. So, but that's also included in the cost of the program. So that is how you get to those. Okay. All right. Now, in the program, and thanks to Jim for pointing that out, because we'd actually left the legend off the battery charts. Let's just go in and have a quick look at that. Come on. But we've got it back on there. There's the legend there. So that basically tells you what each line does, okay? Now we've got it. It was already on the live view, on the systems live monitoring, which is there. See it up there at the top? Solar watts, house watts. Okay, you click the live battery. You've got battery A, which is battery amps, battery V, which is battery volts, and battery percent, which is state of charge. And my batteries are nearly full. Oh, well, they're at 94%. They've got 6% to go to be full. Okay. So, and as far as knowing what the rest are, well, they are what they are. That's. You can see that they all line up. You know, that's 56, and if they were to go to 60, it'd be lined up here. You know, this is there you go. Okay, it's jumping around a bit, and this is amps down the bottom. See. So it's a multiple, like you've got 94% state of charge there, you've got volts there, and down here you've got amps, which can jump up. So it's a multiple thing, and this is in 60-second looks, okay? All right, and because it's a live view, once your 60 seconds gone, it's gone. You're not getting it back, okay? Because then it goes over to the charts and gets logged at the charts, which is here. Okay, and again, if you read what's on top, okay, that's done 0.23 kilowatt hours house day view. Okay, that's how much power I used last night. Okay, there's the times down the bottom, 12 a.m., which is midnight, all right, to the time we've got now. So you've got your watts, and it's quite easy to see once you get the program. Everything's labelled. The only thing that wasn't labelled was the battery information, because we'd left the legend, and that's what that's called there. We'd left the legend off. Same as on a map, you know, you've got a, if you look on a road map, you've got a legend, and that tells you what all the little lines mean. That's the same there, okay? What else was there? Okay, weekly, yearly, and monthly. There you go. Weekly, monthly, 2017, monthly 2016, yearly. All right. So let's have a look. Now remember, this program's been in development, so some of it is not correct, because the program's been up, down, up, down, up, down as we've been adjusting it. Okay, so that's monthly view so far for the house power. Oh, wrong button, Chris. And that's yearly. Okay, 2016, because we'd only, again, the program's been developed, and that's what we've done so far this year, not taking into account the amount of times the program was down for development. Okay, And we can do the same for solar, yearly, solar, monthly, solar, weekly. And there you go. Alright, so that's a look at the charts. It does the same for solar house power use. We've just got to wait for it to load. And there you go. And you can see quite clearly where the program's been down and being worked on. Okay, then we go monthly. And then we go yearly. Okay, so that gives you a bit of a look at what can be done in the program. Now, when I do my battery logs and all that, what I do, see these, there's little buttons here. Okay. Now what I do is I'll go back to, I don't know when I last saved, back to there, I'll hit save, and that'll save that chart to my battery logs, okay? And yes, I've all seen that. We're just gonna go down to where my new ones are, right down the bottom, or somewhere there. Oh, it's turned around, there you go. So the last time I saved was on the 22nd, so obviously I'm not going to save that. So what I'll do is I'll go to solar, there, I'll go to the 22nd, 23rd, and I'll just save that. And I'll go to house, save that. Then I'll go to battery information, flick it to the afternoon, save that, flick it to the morning, and save that. Okay, now there's a lot more charts you can save. You can go down to the classic and see what the classic's done, and you can save that. You can get a 365 look at your classic and then compare it down the years. There's the IPS units. Oh, that's total. Hang on. I don't know if... Yeah. Okay, so Jeremy still needs to do a bit of work on that. Like I say, it's still being worked on, people. There's a lot of gear. There's a lot of stuff in here. What do we got here? I don't know if that's in there. Yeah, that's PV1 for the 5 kilowatt hybrid. And that's PV2 because it's got two totally separate charge controllers in it. You can also save all that information if you want. The PCM60X, you can save all that information if you want. And of course the Midnight Classic. Did I click on the Classic? I can't remember. There you go. Alright. Now, you know, so you go back and you can save all that data if you want. Me, I'm only saving my house, my solar, and my battery information. To me, that's the three most important things, and it gives me an overlook. If you were worried about your charge controls and all that, it's really hard. You could do it, I suppose, but because each day is different, and it really is. I mean, each day, you know, you don't know whether you got sun or cloud, but you can go and save all that as well. It's endless. It's totally endless. But bear in mind, even when we sell this, it will still be getting worked on. It will still be, we will still be adding new gear, and that will happen as an auto update. All right. Or you can manually update it by going about and then manually check for updates. I showed you that before. This one's fully up to date. So the amount of information in here on every single unit, if you wanted, is absolutely huge. I mean, it's huge. Now, because the IPS units have got a or 3 wire auto start at the bottom of it. It's the same as the hybrids. They will auto start a generator. Well, I haven't tested that function yet. I'm hoping to buy an auto start generator end of this year, start of next year, to test all that function. But and then we'll be testing the manual start button, because sometimes the batteries are a bit low. I don't want the generator turning on tonight. Let's start it for an hour now, and then it won't have to auto start during the night and piss the neighbours off. So we've got to check the manual start button there. Yeah, there's still a lot we've got to do, and we can only do it as we get the money, as we save the money up to do it. You know, we're not money bags. You know, I'm not going to go out and buy all the different inverters just so you can have them and run them. You know, I mean, these companies will either have to come across, or it'll just be made for 48 volts, and it'll be made for the units that are sent to me to be added to it, and that's it. Let's see, anything else I need to cover? I'll just have a quick look here. Charts, settings. No, we've been through all those. I think that's about it, people. As you can see, the weather is the weather we use, AccuWeather, is really good, and it gives us a lot of information. And as you can see, it does both Celsius and Fahrenheit. It does kilometers and miles. Like you can see there, my wind gusts just there, 30.6 kilometers or 19 miles. Okay. And the wind is 18 kilometers right now, 18 kilometers or 11 miles from the southwest. Cloud cover, it's got everything in here. Okay, we've tried a lot of different weather programs. We ended up paying a monthly fee for this one, and putting this one in because we found it's the best. And you can see down here the next update on this one is in 39 minutes. You don't really need it live for weather, not much really changes. And if you're worried about cyclones, you wouldn't be looking at this program anyway. You'd have your eyes glued to the television. Alright, that's it, people. I hope you enjoy the video. It's a long one. I don't apologise for that, because people have been complaining that I don't give enough information out. So you want more information out, the videos are going to be longer. Alright, keep safe everyone. Bye for now.